Hi guys, it's Colette, and today we'll be working on this poinsettia reverse stamping, the 7th design in my 12 Days of Christmas series. If you like nail art and would like to see the rest of the series, be sure you're subscribed to my channel, My Simple Little Pleasures, and if you'd like to see how I did this design, just stay tuned. Starting out with clean, dry nails, I'm going to begin with the base coat. Today I'm using Ready for Takeoff, which is a peel-off base, and you can use whichever is your personal favorite. For my stamping today, I'm going to be using Moyu London Black Knight, which is just their plain black stamping polish. And then all the others are colors by Llarowe. We have Joanna, Santa Baby, and Tree of Lights for the design. And for my base color, I'll be using Coconut. Before I get to stamping, I'm going to protect around my nails with Simply Peel, just to help make the cleanup a little easier. My Simply Peel is just about dry, so I'm going to get started on the next step. I'm going to be using the Kaleidoscope 06 plate from Moyu London, and I'm going to be using this design right here. I don't know if it was intended to be a poinsettia, but I think it works. I have a little small lid as my palette, my crystal clear stamper and scraper, and also a small brush. Well, medium-sized brush. Not too large of a brush. And to get started, I'm going to apply a good amount of the Black Knight polish. You don't have to cover the whole design, just make sure you have enough that when you scrape over, it will fill in the whole design. Go ahead and pick it up on my stamper. And this is not a flawless pickup, but the middle of the design is good. So since this one is intended for my pinky, I'm going to just use this instead of restamping. And on my little palette, I'm going to start by putting out some of the green. And I decided to start with this color because since it is a little bit of a jelly, I have to use a little bit of a thicker coat. So starting with this gives it a little bit of extra time to dry. And I'm just going in with the brush and filling in the outer section of the design, which I am interpreting as leaves. And then I'll be filling in the other parts of the design with the other colors. So here everything is filled in, and at this stage I want to wait a little bit. And how long exactly you wait is going to depend on how thick you applied your polish, which is going to depend on which polishes you use. So I always recommend testing out any design ideas before you actually move on to doing them on your nails. And you know, this is even more important, in my opinion, in this case. Now, you can check, looking through the other side, make sure you don't have any spaces with gaps. But you can see that, actually, I do have a little gap there. Ha! Good thing I checked. Let's pick up a little bit more of the red. And I think it's right about there. That should fix it. Anyway, the reason you don't want to stamp it right away is because if the polish is too wet, it actually won't completely transfer onto your nail. It'll kind of stick to the stamper. When you're just doing plain stamping, you generally want to move really fast, but with this reverse stamping, I've actually found that waiting a bit definitely helps. So I'd say give it about 30 seconds to a minute, and once you are confident that the polish is fairly set, and you can even tell by looking at it, I'm going to go ahead and line the design up on your nails, kind of center it, and then go ahead and stamp it on. And I think, there we go. There you can see that transferred pretty well. I almost thought it wasn't. You can actually see from how it's stuck on a part of the latex and not the other part. I mean, really, it's a very clean nail shape left on the stamper, but kind of ideally, the whole thing should stamp off when you stamp it, if that makes sense. But go ahead and remove the latex. That came off pretty cleanly. And you do want to be careful there also. Sometimes it may break your design. In fact, I think it did take up a little bit of the green here. And I'm just going to go in with my brush and add just a tiny bit so that the white is no longer showing through here at the bottom. But I'd say that went pretty good. I feel like I'm still on a little bit of a learning curve with that, but I'm going to clean my stamper off on a lint roller. And I realize I very rarely show you this, but it's just basically stamping it onto the roller. The roller is sticky, and now the stamper is clean. Like I've mentioned before, you just don't want to use acetone on your clear stamper or it won't be clear anymore. But I'm just going to go ahead and repeat that process for all my nails. Once you've got all your nails stamped, you can go back in and do a little bit of closer cleanup along the sides and at the cuticle. Finally, finish the whole thing off with top coat, and as usual, I'm using Seche Vite. So here's the finished manicure, and I'm really happy with how this turned out for what's really my first time doing this technique. Reverse stamping is something that I've meant to try for a really long time and just never got around to. And originally I was planning on doing decals again with the stamping, and I thought that this might just be a little bit faster because you don't have to wait for it to fully dry. You definitely could do it as decals, and actually if you have more than one stamper, you can make decals right on the stamper rather than needing something like a miracle mat. So I'd love to hear what you guys think of this one. Make sure you have your notifications turned on for the last half of my 12 Days of Christmas series. I hope you all enjoyed, and as always, thanks for watching. I'm actually pretty sad to take this one off. Everyone who saw this one loved it, including Grandma, you guys. Fully Grandma-approved manicure here. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. But at least, going by the pinky, looks like I'm going to have some excellent peelies to remember it by. So, I hope you guys enjoy the peel.